And the plan is to continue taking care of my body. If it is still trending downward, we'll talk about what should our next step be. Good morning, although it kind of looks like night outside. You just wait for this, okay? It's so dark. Okay, well, example one. Of course, our camera is gonna lighten it up and make it look not so dark outside. Uh-oh, I feel a sneeze coming. Okay, excuse me. Okay, it's so dark. Okay, there you can kind of see. It looks like it might be like 4 in the morning. Yeah, no, it's 10:30 in the morning. And because it's so dark outside, I'm really excited. What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make soup. I have these 2 potatoes. We went to the orchard the other day where you can fill a bag up for $20. I think Peter might have shown you what we got. And we got these 2 potatoes. And I'm gonna make potato soup. And I'm so glad I just remembered that I have this burner on. The way that we prepare our cast iron is after we wash it with water and this chain mail thing. I just washed the chain mail and hung it up to dry. So then we put it on the stove, evaporate the water, and then put grapeseed oil on the pan and season it. That's what it's called, seasoning it. That's my understanding anyway. So I'm gonna try to find the recipe, which I don't follow, but it gives me a guideline for how to do the soup. And I have Maryland corn in the freezer, so potato corn soup, I mean, it's gonna be incredible, in my opinion. In my opinion. Okay. Mary, don't forget about that pan. It looks like it's all evaporated, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna turn off the heat, put the oil in, use a paper towel to spread the oil. Okay, do you guys wanna know something that I am so thankful for? I get to clean the house before I do my vest in the morning. I don't always do this, but I have the option if I want to clean the house before I do my vest. That was not an option before Trikafta. I would just be coughing too much and creating more things to clean. Helpful. Okay, now that pan is done, I'll show you. It's shiny and glossy and beautiful. Okay, let me see if I can find the recipe. Ooh, honey butter skillet corn. Sounds amazing. Maryland crab soup. We could go, our Sam's Club carries Maryland crab meat, but oh no. Peter got sick. We don't know if it was related to the crabs, but I'm sure he's not ready for that. Hey babe, are you ready to eat crab again? Really? What? He's not opposed. Cool. Okay, I'm looking for, oh, I forgot about the world of soup. The, ribollita soup. Oh, man. But I'm gonna do corn. I guess it's kind of like corn chowder. Okay, the way that it works in my brain is, I don't know why the camera won't focus, but you can hear my voice, so you can imagine what I look like. The way I do it is, if I have these 2 potatoes, right? And so I can go on Pinterest or go on Google. Come on, camera! Okay, go on Pinterest or go on Google and type in like potato soup, and then just look at the pictures till you find one that looks good, and then look at the ingredients and see if you have some of them, and then make it your own. Okay, what does this call for? chicken broth. I have turkey bone broth that I made. I have that in the freezer. Milk, heavy cream, don't have heavy cream. Corn, bacon, I do have bacon. Onion, I do have. Carrots, yes. Celery, yes. Potatoes, yes. Looks good. Add the broth and the milk and the cream, which I don't have. But like, I don't have cream, but I have half and half, and I have milk, and that'll be fine. You know what? I don't want to follow a recipe. I'm gonna peel these potatoes. Or I guess I can leave the peel on it. Okay, I'm gonna chop the potatoes and make soup. Oh, first I guess I need to get some broth out of the freezer. And Harry loves the garage. Watch this.
Garage door.
Harry, you can't go out there. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if he loves it because it's hot out here or he's just really curious. Like, he's a very inquisitive cat. So he loves to explore, and I bring him out here to explore sometimes, but you have to watch when you open the garage door because he comes a-running. Oh, don't worry. Let me just move our stroller out of the way. I can't believe I can say those words. Okay. Broth. Also, I can't believe we have the stroller. We bought it on Marketplace. Well, we bought it, but it was also gifted to us from a friend. So, I'm just really thankful and excited to use it someday. I did use it last week for one of my friend's kids. It was a delight to push it around the neighborhood. Okay, I'm gonna start thawing this and then chopping the potatoes. I'm gonna get the corn out of the freezer, and then once it's kind of going on the stove, I'll go do my vest. Here is step one. The broth in the pan needs to thaw out. Carrots from our garden, celery, some potatoes, onion, and this is the Maryland corn. It doesn't look like much, but it tastes incredible. Oh, I just remembered I have these little tiny onions left that I grew in our garden, so I'll use the rest of these. I just remembered that I have my virtual cystic fibrosis clinic today. I do have an alarm set because I don't want to forget, but that's in 45 minutes. So I'm gonna finish throwing this soup together and be ready for my video call. All right, I added just one of the potatoes, 2 bouillon cubes to give it a little extra boost of flavor, onion powder, garlic powder, and parsley. And then I'll add a little bit of salt and pepper. All right, I have a little while until my CF clinic starts, and I will do my vest after CF clinic. And that'll be that. And I'm gonna add some half and half to this soup to make it a creamy, delicious soup. Okay, I just got a call from clinic and they're running a little bit behind, which doesn't at all impact me. It's fine, I'm just at home, you know? So I have time to do my vest before I talk with them. And this soup, I think I'm just going to leave it on really low and leave the lid on. The problem with doing my vest is that I won't be able to hear if this soup overflows. It's a very big pot though, so I don't know what I'll do. Okay, it's barely bubbling. It's just barely simmering. So I do not think it is going to overflow, but I'll keep you updated on that. Babe, you want some soup? It's really good. I have some bacon that's already cooked, so he will enjoy putting some of that on top of his soup. I had bacon this morning, so. Well, that's going well. All right, CF appointment is done. I will never stop singing the praises of my doctors. They're just incredible, and I'm just thankful. And if you remember, a few weeks ago, I was at the hospital for another reason, so I went ahead and did my lung function test, and it was down enough that we needed to talk about it. So we talked through it today, and the plan is to continue taking care of my body and go in for follow-up lung function test and visit with my doctor in about a month. And if it is still trending downward, we'll talk about what should our next step be. And if it's trending back up, sounds good. Yeah. We also talked about my blood counts. My white blood cell count is down, my platelets are down, and
like consistently down.
Yeah.
Like basically over the last year.
And this has all been in the wake of whatever the virus was that Peter and I both had a year and a half, maybe more. How long?
February. It was February, right?
Yeah,
or was
so
it beginning of March 2020? Yeah.
So a year and a half ago, ever since, my blood counts have been worse than my normal, and my normal is low. So now we're getting to a point where it's like, if I do need to go on IV antibiotics, which can cause bone marrow suppression, which means your blood counts are going to go lower, we're getting into like, what's not great, not great. So going to be setting up some appointments with hematology, which we've talked with hematology before, trying to figure out, is this a production problem? Is this a splenomegaly problem? Like my spleen is sucking up, which we know happens, sequestering my platelets, but my white blood cell count, that's more of like a bone marrow problem. So, you know, just kind of thinking through that, and thankfully it's not an emergent thing. My blood cells, my whites and my platelets are not in a dangerous place right now. It's just kind of like forward thinking, like when we need to make different treatment decisions, we need to have more answers. And even though I've been with a hematology group in the past, I need to get set up with one here as well. And so all good discussions, and nothing emergent, just continue on.
Keep on keeping on, yeah.
That's the plan. The soup was good, by the way.
Very good.
Yeah. So thanks for joining me on today's soup and
CF.
Yes, soup and CF. And as always,
we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
There's got to be a dog around here.
I think he's got to be somewhere.
Where? Wait, really? Where is he? Oh my goodness. I found him. Good night, buddy.